welcome to potentially the final race that I will be showing on the channel of Ferrari to glory. Ferrari have already won the Constructors' Championship, so it all comes down to the Drivers' Championship, and this race becomes the first where Charles Leclerc, with a 49-point lead over Carlos Sainz, could wrap things up. Sainz needs to overturn a 49-point gap from a maximum point score of 52. Therefore, Sainz needs to win both, ideally with the fastest lap as well. He could, hypothetically, win both races and Leclerc not score a single point, and he doesn't need the fastest lap, but it's going to be difficult for that to happen. I think Leclerc's got this in the bag, but you never know. So, whether I show you this or not, whether it does go to the final race or not, I don't know. Whether it will, this might not go up, but if it does, then welcome to the series finale, where everyone's PU has been changed for
the carnival atmosphere
this,
has
so
already
they
started
should be
here.
fine for at least this race. And it looks like it's a very, very rainy weekend. Interesting. Right. Obviously, I'll do what I normally do, simulate practice 1, and we are off the pace of Red Bull as we have been for the latter part of this year, to be fair. It's unfortunate, but, you know, doesn't matter. We made the most of our car when it happened, and Leclerc already, big statement. He wants his car nice and ready, and that is what he is striving to do. Leclerc, very competitive. Perez fell off there, okay. Very competitive laps across the board. Leclerc very happy with the setup. Okay, right. So I will now
Welcome
cut
back to what
and modify their setups as best as I can. And then I am going to come back and show you the progress I've made. So, see you then. Alright, so that's done. Sainz was a very tricky customer in that he was not very happy. Leclerc did improve. I've put Sainz on a slightly different setup. I don't know how confident he's going to be on it. I'm just going to hope and pray that it's good enough. And here we go into Q1. I'm slightly scared that there's a lot of rain expected, so it kind of looks like the best conditions are actually early doors in this session. So, going to send both drivers out. I want to experiment with the slipstreams, so I don't think we should incorporate any traffic on this lap. Leclerc and Sainz is quicker, which implies to me slipstreams are more potent. Wow! Yeah, Hamilton was behind Russell. Hamilton's gone quicker than Charles. Okay, interesting. I think that should be us through though, so I don't want to go out again. Let's watch the timings play out. Albon, good lap. Wow, okay. In Mexico, it was a rain-affected race, and Albon was very close to scoring points for a Williams team because there were 5 DNFs, including both of our drivers. But he wasn't to be. He fell down into 13th in the end. Verstappen, has he set a lap time that's identical to us, or is it just glitched and not showing? Either way, we should be absolutely chilling here. Oh, Albon doesn't make it through. Tragedy. So we are... Oh, Max did improve in the end. Okay, sure. Right. Inter's already in Q2. Okay. Big gamble. I'm going to need to pause straight away. What's it due to be like? It's due to get better, but... I'm going to need to send them both out just in case.
So, reporting a lot of rain.
So this is going to get worse before it gets better, and if the weather report is a bit inaccurate, then we could well be benefiting by setting an early lap time. Obviously, I'm going to then... It looks like it's going to dry, but just in case it doesn't...
Oh, there's a spin!
Interesting, okay. So we're quicker than Checo again. This is very close between the top 6. Alonso.
All clear.
Okay.
Hello. Alonso, yeah, the track's drying. Very, very interesting. Obviously, track is still damp. I've got to be careful. I don't want to send them out on slicks if the track is still too damp for them. Oh, this is going to be a horrible predicament. Which tyres do I put them out on? It looks like it may well become dry enough for slicks. I want to see what are other drivers going out on. They're all going out on new Inters. In that case, it's silly of me to not go out on new Inters. Let me quickly change over the tyres. Yeah, it looks like it's just new Inter Simulator. Although we're going to be last out of the pit, so we're going to have the driest track to attack. Oh, my gamble looks like it may have just been right. The track is... or maybe not. Okay, so Sainz, Leclerc, both through. Verstappen out. Oh, wow. Verstappen is out of qualifying. Is Mick Schumacher still to set a lap, or is he coming across? Nope, he is out as well. Wow. Sainz has looked quick. Sainz has very much impressed me. But Leclerc out. Max Verstappen, fastest in Q1, out in Q2. Wrong place, wrong time. Right, and it's telling me Inters again for the start of Q3. Now, why is it telling me that? Oh.
Yep.
Okay, right. This is definitely one where we send them out immediately. Yeah. This is one where I'll send them out straight away. Get them.
Some rain started now.
Through just in case. Oh. It's cheeky from Norris. Yeah, Leclerc's really suffered. I don't know if it's gonna let up. Maybe worn Inters will be the way to go. Already warmed up, already we'll have the pace in. Wow, Zhou Guan Yu. Okay, right. Track is ramping up. Interesting. I want to be last man out. Last man out is going to be the way, I think. Bottas and Zhou are the last drivers out. If it's an Alfa Romeo front row lockout, that would be very, very funny. But here we go. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, unlucky, unlucky. So Hamilton with a penalty though. So it's not that bad for Leclerc, but Sainz starting ahead of Leclerc. Can he take this fight to the final race in Abu Dhabi? Let's see. As we start the race, it's probably going to be pretty mediocre. Oh, but again, it's rain. Rain effect. Oh, it's going to be right at the end. Really? The hards are only going to go that far, are they? So they say hards are only going to go that far. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll do the reasonable thing and go strat C. That makes sense to me because then the hards will be fine. Everyone's going to have to make a cut, so if they don't, they're just going to essentially lose out because their tyres are going to be scraping on the ground anyway. Right, I don't see many soft tyre runners. That's mildly concerning.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Yeah, Sonoda, Verstappen, Latifi in 15th on the softs, and us. That's it. Interesting. Okay, cool. Right. Right. Well, Sainz and Leclerc really need to get the job done on Perez here then. And again, I'm not going to use team orders. I'm just going to let them fight. And if they crash, they crash. But I can't give team orders when they're in a championship fight. They are their own drivers. And they just need to get it done basically. So Sainz, I'm going to give them maybe a little bit of a helping hand to get past Checo. Let's see. So I think I'm going to deploy. I'm not going to with Charles yet.
DRS enable.
And around the outside. Can you hold it? Can you hold it? Yes, you can. Right. Now I'll do the same for Leclerc, and then we are going to just let them go. Let them fight. And
and Ferrari just gained a place.
Hope for some good racing, basically. So again, I'll do what I did with Carlos. Deploy now. Rather annoyingly, check if he's going to get DRS off the back of Sainz.
Very good luck.
This might be harder for Charles. Oh dear. Yeah, I might not be able to do it for Charles. Not while Sainz is still in DRS. As soon as Sainz breaks the DRS, then we're good to go, and he has broken DRS. He's broken DRS, we're doing a lot of battery dumping here, come on. And around the outside, and there we go. Hold it through, Charles, hold it through, hold it through. No, Charles, oh dear Charles. He's throwing this race away.
Red Bull gained a place.
His teammate can simply escape up the road here. Sainz is... I can't really deploy much more of his battery, else it's going to be too low. Oh. Well, Leclerc will have DRS. It should only be a matter of time, really. And around the outside we go. Can he hold it through? He's got DRS on Perez. And he has done it. Right, okay. Now he really needs to push up. Oh my god, Perez has come back at him. Oh, this is disastrous. Charles is not getting away from the Red Bull. Oh dear, he's going to get re-overtaken probably on the main straight and everything. Ugh. This is bad news. Okay, I thought I'd cut immediately, but this has actually been a tough start to the race. I thought the drivers would just peel away from Perez easily, but can Charles defend? Yes. Okay. I think that is now... Nope, never mind. I was going to say I think that's threat over. Perez has sent one to the inside, and this is massively helping Sainz out here. Let's just skip ahead a little bit. What can Perez do? He has got back past. Oh dearie me, this is massively important for Sainz. Massively important. He needs Charles to be overtaken by as many people as possible. I don't think it's going to happen for him. I'm pretty sure that Leclerc is just fine in this race. If he stays in P3, I don't think there's enough of a points gap to overturn. I think Leclerc would be the world champion, but obviously the longer he's behind a car, the more risk he has of overheating tyres, of crashing into the car, of being crashed into. So Leclerc will want to pass Perez, or he'll want to be overtaken by Russell as well and just lose out points but just have barely enough. I'm slightly concerned by Leclerc's lack of pace. Sainz is stormed away. You just look at how costly that Singapore crash could be. And because Sainz has had very good race pace the whole season, but Leclerc hasn't made a real killer mistake yet. And Sainz obviously had that moment. It's just disaster now, but Leclerc's been unable to make a real impact in this one. Come on. Come on, Leclerc. Right, good boy, right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to the pit window and give you a race update just so that this video isn't too long. I'll cut to the pit window and we will see where we are. Right, so pit window is now open. And Leclerc is losing pace all the time here, and he's going to be under pressure from Russell soon. He's lost out to Perez, and obviously now Perez is closing in. I'm tempted to undercut Sainz just so he doesn't lose too much time because his tyres are falling away, and I might actually do the same for Leclerc. I don't think the double stacking should be an issue. I think it should just be okay. Obviously in real life you probably wouldn't do this, but in the game you can probably get away with it because pit stops are probably going to be pretty perfect. Let's see. So he pits. Oh, it's pretty much perfect. Time in pits for Sainz was 27.5, 27.6 for Leclerc, and he had a quicker pit stop, so just barely been affected by the double stack. And now essentially it's coast until the pit stop to go on to the full wet tyres, or maybe the inters, I don't know yet. Haven't decided. But we will see. Yeah, we don't need to push too hard now. I will cut to any exciting bit of action. If there is no exciting action as Sainz overtakes Ocon, then I will cut to the pit window when it starts to rain. Alright, we are back, and in terms of a weird strategy call, Perez has gone to softs, and as you can see they are dead. Rain is predicted to start in 4 minutes time. Can Checo keep these softs alive for that length of time? Now the answer I think is no. I don't see how he can do that. So I'm going to make him question it. I'm going to push Carlos, and albeit my tyres are pretty shot as well now, I'm going to push Carlos and see if we can catch Perez and put him under a little bit of time pressure here, because he's going to be quite weak on tyres by the end of his stint. Like, look at it, 35% wear, and rain is still 2 minutes away. Still another 2 laps, and bear in mind we've got to do with a lap before we can pit as well. Perez might be in some deep trouble as Leclerc is overtaken by Russell. This has not gone well for Charles this race. It's bold, but rain has started. What a strategy call by Perez to know that he could nurse his tyres just about enough.
Okay.
Now, this is a big moment. Do we go to the inters or the full wet tyres? Now from this I can see that it like mildly rains, but it looks like it's heavy rain initially. I'm slightly scared to go full wet, if I'm honest. I think inters are going to be the way. What does it say? So damp track 1 to 4 millimeters will be for the inters. How much rain does it say there will be? Does it say anything anywhere? I don't know. Please help me. I don't know. No, it doesn't say anywhere. So of course it will say here, but that doesn't help me in terms of projections. Oh, so I've got to make a big choice here. I think my gut is telling me the intermediate. My gut is telling me intermediates. I'm going for it. Gut's telling me intermediate tyres are the best. Should I put Leclerc onto full wets? So we split strategy? No, that's ridiculously unfair. No. We're going to keep them both. And the rain is immediately hitting, and hitting hard. So we're going to be pitting this lap. Oh, I'm just so scared. I don't know what we're going to pit onto. It's too late now. I've committed to the inters. Come on. Please say everyone else pits to the inters too, please. I'm going to feel like such an idiot if no one else pits to inters. Please. Oh no. Oh no, they're on full wets. Oh dear. Oh no. I've not made a big blunder like this. Surely not. You can take the man out of Ferrari, but you can't take the Ferrari out of the man. I'm an idiot. No. Surely someone else has gone inters. Vettel's gone inters. Vettel's braved out the inters.
Is that a lockup?
And actually, we're quicker than Checo at the moment because the full wets are not in their working window. Oh lord, everyone's coming out on full wet and the track is now wet. No, I'm an idiot. Oh no. No, I'm an idiot. Right, now it's time. Do I cut my losses and pit again? Because Hamilton, Verstappen, Ocon are all pitting now. So I do have a free pit stop on them. Do I just cut my losses and go to full wets? Or do I try and commit and pray that the track lightens up? I'm looking at the rain. It does look like it gets lighter. I think I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit. Come on. Hello? Perez has pit again. Perez has pit again. Is he going to the inters? No way. He is. And so are other people as well. Wow, okay. I've made the right decision. I've stayed out. I've taken the gamble. Sainz is leading the Grand Prix. But Russell's the quickest man on track. Why did they pit off the inters? Why did they pit off the full wets? They were the better tyre. That is funny. This is funny. I've got to commit now. Russell, just like in real life, may well win this Brazilian Grand Prix, but he's going to have to do it pretty quickly because the track is going to come back to me in a few minutes' time. So he is going to need to make the move done. He has made the move done. Now he's got to pull out a gap. Can he do so?
Position gained for Mercedes.
Leclerc just has no pace at all this weekend. It's disastrous for him.
Sounds like someone's locked
It is
up.
a wet track still. It's still being deemed a wet track. Can you believe it? Hamilton and Verstappen have lost out to the Haas car of Magnussen. How the mighty have fallen. The track is back to damp. Now what will Russell do? Because now the track is in my ballpark. Other midfield teams are coming into the pits, presumably to put on the intermediate tyres. Yes, they are. So what will Russell do? Will he try and just commit? No. He pits again. Russell is going to come out P2.
I think someone's run wide.
This is a brilliant race. I've had to do no cuts because it's just been constant action. I think I am going to cut now because it is just going to be a steady climb until the end of the race. So I will cut until the end or a piece of good action.
That's a spin.
The track has gone back to full wet conditions and Perez pits. I've kept my drivers out. I don't think there's simply enough time for them to re-overtake me now. Obviously Leclerc may well be a bit at risk, and yeah, I mean look at this, the Haas car is much quicker. Better tyres, you know I'm going to use push fuel. Try and defend Charles as best as possible, but have to make sacrifices. Russell pits. I don't think Sainz gets a 30-second gap to him. I'm just going to say that I think Sainz is pretty safe here. Perez has re-overtaken me. And now with 30 seconds to go, and 5 laps, can Sainz hold out for this win? I'm going to put Sainz on push as well. I don't think it is. The track's back to damp. I think Leclerc's losses are limited. Sainz's losses are not at all. He has gained
Seems to have been a lockup.
so much. Obviously, if there's another now short, sharp shower, then we're going to be in a bit of trouble. But
And last lap.
so last lap, I'm going to put back to balance both of these guys. I don't think they're going to come back at me now. So here we go. We ride on board with Carlos Sainz, who is leading this race by a long way, lapped 3 times Latifi and Sebastian Vettel. And he's done everything he can. He wins the Grand Prix. But we now go to Charles Leclerc's onboard. And remarkably,
And Sainz crosses the line first.
Despite
He's taken the win.
being in a Ferrari team, despite having terrible strategies today. He has dealt with it really well, and I'm going to have to double check the maths, but I believe that this race seals the championship for Charles Leclerc, the one-time driver,
Let's go.
champion of the world. So, let's obviously just skip ahead because I need to check the maths on it.
What a fantastic result.
Sainz was
for
imperative
Carlos
today.
Sainz.
He was brilliant. Superb job from him today. Has have moved above AlphaTauri. That's quite funny. That's now the case. Obviously, Ferrari, long-time Constructors' Championship. So, Sainz has outscored Leclerc. There is a gap there, and I can't do mental maths, so let me just grab my phone. 42 minus is a 36-point gap. With one final race to go in Abu Dhabi, the gap is no longer overturnable. Charles Leclerc is the world champion in 2022 in my alternate F1 universe. What a journey. What a good fight into team it was. And Sainz took it to the final 2 races. But how costly was Singapore? Doesn't matter if all of these are in poor condition. That is essentially the career done. I will simulate the final race, and I will post on a community tab the results of the race and the constructors and drivers standings at the end of the race. But with one race to go in Abu Dhabi, 26 points up for grabs and a 32-point gap to overturn, Charles Leclerc is a world champion. And to end off, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this entire series. I know it was only a few episodes interrupted by me falling ill, but it's been a lot of laughs making this, and I hope this proves that I'm better than Ferrari. Obviously, I'm now waiting on, obviously, of course, you're probably watching F1 23 content. Obviously, I'm not a big creator, I don't get early access. But I will be getting it on the 31st of July, and hopefully there will be some good videos coming on that, which will be very, very fun to watch, hopefully, and fun to make for me as well. So I just want to say thank you all so much, and I look forward to returning again in F1 Manager 23. But for Ferrari to glory, we've completed it. Ferrari World Champions, Leclerc Drivers Champion. Thank you, and goodbye.